The Word of God encourages us in James chapter 4, verse 5. It says, "Draw closer to God, and God will draw closer to you." And with this beautiful thought in our mind, my dear friends, we have introduced an online series titled Walking with Jesus. In this series, my dear friends, you will have different youth, different elderly people sharing their own faith testimony that this is the time where the Lord wants us to grow more in Him. I hope that all of you enjoy your walk with Jesus.
Praise the Lord, brothers and sisters. I am here today to talk about my favorite saint, Saint Aloysius Gonzaga. Saint Aloysius Gonzaga was born in the year 1568 on 9th March in Italy. His father was a rich prince who was very powerful. His mother was a very pious woman. She taught him how to pray well. At the age of 8, he gave up the idea of becoming a soldier and gave up all his worldly desires. When praying in front of the altar of our Mother of Jesus, he made the vow of chastity. That means he would never get married and would live his life in holiness and faith. He continued to live a holy life and seek pardon through penances. He prayed ardently and devotedly and prayer and through prayer and service. Not only this, he excelled in his studies. On the Feast of Assumption in the year 1583, he prayed to Our Lady to show him God's will. He really wanted to become a priest when he was small, and he continued to pursue that. But he wanted Our Lady's approval for him to carry on, and so did she. He heard her say that he could continue to become a priest. So then he joined the Jesuits. He continued his work with full compassion and service to others. Just then, a contagious disease broke out in his place. He acquired the illness, and hence he suffered for 3 months. On the 20th of June, he received his last Eucharist, and he gave up his last on the 21st of June 1591. At that time, he was only 23 years old. Now, why has Saint Aloysius Gonzaga meant so much to me? First of all, his ardent desire to be with God. He always wanted to be with God. He left all his belongings, all his possessions, and became a Jesuit and served the poor just because he wanted to see God. He wanted to see God in the face of the poor. Secondly, he was willing to die for God. It's very important that you can give. It's brave to give your life for God, and that's what he did, and that inspires me the most. And thirdly, he is known as a model for youth. I see him as my model because in such a young age, he did so much to just be with God. And I think that's the most important thing anyone can do. The desire to be with God is the most important for you to work for His kingdom and work for the plan of God.